The Republican-controlled House voted to block two D.C. bills today. One focused on the updated criminal code, the other allowing people who are not citizens to vote. Our Adam Longo breaks down what happened on the House floor today. And Adam, D.C.'s home rule really put to the test today, huh?
Yeah, for the first time in a long time, Lorenzo. And the big surprise here, it wasn't that the House passed these measures. We expected that. But it was the number of Democrats who crossed the aisle and voted with the Republicans. That was the surprise. 42 Democrats voting to throw out D.C.'s Voting Rights Amendment Act, including Virginia's Abigail Spanberger. 31 Democrats voting to overturn D.C.'s revised Criminal Code Act. Now, that bill overhauls how crimes are defined and penalized in the city. The other gives undocumented people the right to vote in D.C. local elections. Now, Republican James Comer of Kentucky chairs the Oversight Committee, and he's basically been driving this train in the House. He's called the revised criminal code a misguided effort that would allow crime to run rampant in the nation's capital.
This D.C. Council legislation is a brazen rejection of law and order, ignoring the high rates of criminality in the district and doubling down on leniency for society's violent criminals is a dereliction of duty.
D.C. had plenty of supporters in its corner. During debate on the House floor, our local members of Congress stood tall and fought back.
We should be respecting the democratic self-government rights of the people of Washington, D.C. Nobody is more interested in public safety in Washington than the people of Washington.
I thank my friend for yielding. I would like to ask unanimous consent to insert into the record a letter from more than 100 groups led by D.C. Vote calling on Congress to keep its hands off of D.C.
There's a real worry among the city leaders I've spoken to today about what's going to actually happen in the Senate. And these leaders are particularly concerned because of all the Democratic votes on these bills in the House. Now, know this, the clock is ticking. D.C.'s Home Rule Act says that Congress has to act within a certain period of time if they want to overturn these D.C. laws. Now, I've spoken to a number of my contacts at the Capitol. I've really been at this since very early this morning. And here's the deal. No one I spoke to believes that these measures have the support or the votes to pass the Senate, much less there actually being any debate about them at the subcommittee or committee level or even on the Senate floor. Back to you.
Yeah, at this point, it's all about the principle. Adam, thank you.